G'day guys, I just want to thank all of you out there. Well, actually some of you out there who are more specific with me. Do you know, I've been a Nintendo lover and a Nintendo fan for many years. Played, collected, absolutely loved Nintendo. But it wasn't until I started having social media platforms to people let me know that I was saying Nintendo. I didn't even realize. Why did none of my family ever pick me up on this? Why did none of my friends ever pick me up on this? I'm saying, g'day guys, welcome to Nintendo. And I've got Nintendo 64s. I was always saying nah instead of nin. And it wasn't until people started pointing it out, I'm like, oh my God, I sound like an absolute peanut. I'm saying Nintendo instead of Nintendo. At first I was like, oh, don't be a buzzkill, ease up. I don't mean to say it wrong. But then, you know what? I'm like, no, it's called Nintendo, not Nintendo. And now, listen when I say it, I always like, I am being very careful and specific and saying Nintendo instead of Nintendo. So, yeah. And another thing, another silly thing I've done. And again, it wasn't until I heard people point it out and thinking, yeah, you're right. What am I saying that for? Zelda Ocarina of Time. One of the best games ever made. But I wasn't saying Ocarina. I was sounding like a wiener and saying ocarina. No, what was I saying? Ocarina. That's right. Instead of ocarina, I was saying ocarina. So I'm like, Zelda Ocarina of Time on my Nintendo channel. Like, what are you doing, you peanut? You are putting yourself out there on social media saying these things. You need to make sure you're pronouncing this stuff correctly. So thank you for those people who are brave enough out there to point out my flaws. It takes a big man, I reckon, to accept that. Put your hand up and say, yes, you were saying those things wrong. So now I'm trying to be really careful. I don't know if it's my quick talking Aussie accent, but no, I can't blame that. I can't use that as an excuse. I was saying incorrectly. I just can't believe, Ocarina, not saying that as much. But I was saying Nintendo all the time. Nintendo this, Nintendo that. No one said nothing to me. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's correct. But then I'm realizing, you idiot, it's Nintendo, not Nintendo. So yeah, I thought I'd quickly point that out. Yeah, sometimes honesty, truth hurts. Sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind. I'm sure not everyone was trying to be kind. I mean, some people are trying to say, hey, you dickhead, you were saying Nintendo instead of Nintendo. So yeah, I hope you get my point. I'm going to do my best, guys, my absolute best to make sure I'm saying Nintendo instead of Nintendo from now on. I try to make a good point of that because I don't want to sound like a knobhead. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.